Good morning, namaste, sugamano, and warm greetings to each and all of you lovely people who have joined us for the fourth day of the world's first virtual implant expo, the biggest implantology event of 2020. My name is Ruben Lobo, and on behalf of Team Dentist Channel Online, I warmly invite you for this session. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have with us a speaker from the God's very own country. Yes, I'm talking about Dr. Mohammed Asleef, who is joining us from the beautiful state of Kerala. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mohammed Asleef is an oral and maxillofacial surgeon. He completed his mastership in oral implantology from the New York University. He's been into private practice at Dentist Smile Maxillofacial and Implant Center, which is based in Kerala. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Dr. Mohammed Asleef, who's not only going to talk about the implant system, but definitely is also going to invite us to visit Kerala and to taste its cuisine, the culture, the heritage, and of course to be a part of the beauty of Kerala. Presenting to you Dr. Mohammed Asleef.
Thank you, Mr. Ruben, for the great intro. And good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is doing fine during this pandemic session. Okay, Mr. Ruben, can I share my screen?
Yes, sir. Please start with your screen share. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I thank Dentist Channel Online for giving me this opportunity for sharing my knowledge on the implantology. And I really thank Dr. Kishore Kumar from Erode for giving me this link for sharing my knowledge. Actually, today I'll be presenting a paradigm shift in the workflow of implant dentistry. And my presentation contains the conventional implant workflow. Then I'll be explaining about 3D guided implant workflow, then dynamic navigation implant workflow. Okay, moving to commercial implant workflow. In conventional implant surgery, we use diagnostic aids as a periapical, panoramic radiograph, and CBCT are used to assess the bone available for implant placement, and as well as to know the surrounding anatomy also. Traditionally, periodontal probes, gauges, or calipers have been used for intraoral examination for bone sounding. That offers a reasonable idea of height and thickness of the ridge. And we used to take a steady cast to measure the mesiodistal width and apicocoronal space available in which to place the implant. Additionally, diagnostic wax-up can help plan the surgical procedure in a manner that position the implant to best support the eventual processes. And I'll be going through workflow of conventional implantology now. Soon after our consultation with patient, we'll be moving with the diagnostic procedures, like we'll be asking patient to take IOPA, sometimes OPG, and even CBCTs we used to take. This is a regular IOPA, then OPG, and even CBCT we consider for diagnostic thing. Nowadays, CBCTs are very important for the diagnosis of to assess the bone quality and all. And after the planning of implants, we will move to surgery. Here we'll be raising the flap and visualize the bone before drilling, and we'll drill and we'll place the implant. And sometimes we'll use cover screws and then suture it, or sometimes if we have adequate torque, we'll be using healing caps so that we can avoid secondary surgery during the during a prosthetic phase. If we are keeping healing caps, and for full mouth also we'll be doing same procedure, like we'll be opening the flap and we'll be placing implants. Then healing cap will be placed. Then after the integration period, we'll be taking impression. Like we'll be taking a regular like open tray impressions. First, we'll be taking without connecting, like without stabilizing or splinting it, and this will be impression. And we'll send to lab, and lab guys will pour the cast, and they will keep the impression coping over the cast, and they will splint it. And to reduce the shrinkage, they will cut the splint. They'll be splinting by using a pattern resin or something, some acrylic. They will split the acrylic resin or pattern resin to reduce the shrinkage, and they will number it and will give it to us. Then after that, we'll be keeping in patient's mouth according to number and connect it, and then we will take a final impression. And the final impression, like this last picture will be like, this is a connected framework, and by keeping this inside, we'll be taking impression, and the impression will be sent to lab again. And in lab, they'll make the cast, and they'll make the rims, and we'll be recording vertical dimension, and we'll send back to lab. Then they'll articulate it. And conventionally, what they do is like we'll be giving UCLA abutments to them, and they will make a wax up over it, and then we'll cast it, and they'll give us a metal train. And after we approve the metal train, the metal train is sent back to lab, and they'll finish the work and give back to us. This is a conventional way of implantology nowadays. Like there are many advantages and disadvantages for this conventional way of implanting. The main advantage is whenever a patient walk into your clinic and ask for an implant, if you have a stock, then you can do the surgery same day. That's the main advantage. And another advantage is like most of the cases where the tooth is lost, there will be a loss of keratinized soft tissue, which is often less available after tooth is lost or the residual ridge have been resolved. And one method to re-establish the gingival condo is to position the surgical flap apically and buccally during freehand surgery. This is only possible during conventional implantology. And one more advantage is like we will be visualizing the bone, which we are going to osteotomy, which we are going to do osteotomy, and we can see the bone and do the surgery. And the disadvantage is like what we plan won't be an outcome after the surgery. Like we have to plan properly, or at least we have to make a wax mock-up. Then over that we have to make a splint and do. Then we can do it. Freehand surgery, it won't be a predictable one. And the conventional implantology, implant placement is more surgically driven approach. Okay, this is what a normal conventional implantology work with. Next, I'll move on to 3D guided implant workflow. Today's clinicians are looking to effectively integrate implant dentistry into the digital workflow. The idea of virtual surgery and virtual restoration is a widely accepted concept. In practice, however, treatment complexities become immediately evident. Digital integration makes it an ideal choice to minimize those complexities. The components of the implant digital workflow include: we need a CBCT access, then we need intraoral scanners to take digital impression. And we need CAD/CAM designing software such as Exocad or 3Shape. We need a complete guided surgery kit for performing the surgery. We need a 3D printer. And finally, we need a milling machine also. Okay, in guided surgery cases, CBCT scanning and digital intraoral impression are used to generate a virtual representation of patient's jaw and oral anatomy. This is utilized to develop a digital treatment plan in which exact position of the implant is determined in advance of treatment. Okay, I'll move to discussion on other cases. Why we are using guide? Can be used for for our safety, like safety in the sense we will be aware of sinus before planning. We will know where the exact position of sinus is there, and about the neural bundle and vascular bundles. Then when we use a guide, the surgery will be predictable because we'll know where we are going to place and how outcome will be. So it will be more predictable and it is more precise, and accuracy is more than normal conventional implantology. First, we will be taking a CBCT scan of the patient. Then we'll take a digital impression and we are going to merge both. Like CBCT is merged with the intraoral scan of the patient. Then we are planning the implant. In guided surgery, CBCT scanning and detailed intraoral impression are used to generate a virtual representation of patient's jaw and oral anatomy. The fabrication of a surgical guide that faithfully reproduce planned implant position can play an essential role in the success of implant-based oral rehab. This is how we fabricate guide. We can use softwares like Blue by Skyo, Blue Sky Bio. Then 3Shape is also used for making us a guide. This will be the guide which will be printed by using 3D printer from the lab, and the metal sleeves which you can see that will give actual control of the drill without slipping to any other sides. And the guide is used to avoid mistakes and deviation in implementing a plan. Like this will give proper result. What we plan we can achieve by using these guides. And these guides are of three types. One is mucosa supported, then bone supported, and tooth supported. Out of this, tooth supported is more accurate than other two. And we'll go with the workflow then. After printing the guide is placed in the patient's mouth. Then implants are placed. Then we'll be using digital digital impression scan body for taking impression. This is the digital impression after keeping the scan body in the mouth. And this impression is sent to lab, and they will take a resin printed model, and in that we'll be placing digital analogs, and lab guys will start working on this model. And once they receive receive our STL format of our digital impression, the lab guys will started arranging teeth virtually, which are available in the library, and they'll make a framework and take a print in castable resin, and that will be sent to us to check in patient mouth, and we'll be checking the fitting, and if any correction is there, you can do in this, and it will be easy to correct in this, but than in metal tile. After correcting this, we'll be giving this back to a lab, and they will cast it and give us a metal trial. This is a final processes which to be delivered. I'll show a video which show complete full mouth rehab using guided implant. These are pre-op photos of patient, intraoral peaks, OPG, and CBCT. We have merged the STL model along with DICOM, and we are planning digitally. This is how guide is fabricated, and this STL file of guide is sent to lab. They will take it print in a 3D printer. And the sleeves are placed in the holes, and this is then cured. The surgery is done. Sorry, something have happened. The immediate post-op OPG. Digital impression is taken, and we'll send this STL format file to lab, and this will be the impression will be like this. And from lab, they will merge the scan body with the scan body which they have in library. Then they will start arranging tooth virtually, and will make it as a framework, and they will take printout. Then the printout with the custom resin is converted to metal. Then we'll see the trial. Then lab will finish off the work and will give to us. This is post-op OPG. Happy patient, and see the visibility during speech and smile. This is all predictable, right? Day 1 of delivery. Patient happily eating apple. Okay, then we'll move to advantages of guided surgery. The main advantage is safety in avoiding critical anatomy such as sinus, nerve, and any vascular structures, and restorative and surgical control. The guided surgery, it doesn't mean surgery alone. We are doing guided processes also along with that. And the parallelism and timing of implant, then the procedure is much faster than conventional implant. Disadvantages also, there are a few disadvantages for guided surgery. The cost, this is a major disadvantage because most of our patients won't be affordable for affording for this cost, because the CBCT cost is different than guide fabrication is a little costlier and all. Then complexity, as everything is playing with technology, so like a beginner will feel it is a complex thing, but if you practice regular guided surgery, it will be simple. And one more major disadvantage is when you keep the guide inside patient's mouth, and when we are going to drill, the opening of mouth will be limited. Then irrigation to the osteotomy site is very less because the guide will be blocking the saline. So in order to overcome this, after each drill we have to thoroughly irrigate the osteotomy site, so we can avoid bone overheating. Okay, this is the end of guided implant surgery. Now we are moving towards the future of implant industry. This is a dynamic navigation implant, and this is a little interesting, but is a highly high cost make us not to go for it. Actually, a breakthrough in computer-aided implantology offers dental surgeons an easy-to-use, accurate, highly portable, and affordable way to plan the desired restoration and implant placement on a virtual patient, then execute the plan to a real patient's jaw. Over the course of several decades, implant dentistry have evolved to include three-dimensional planned and guided surgery. One of the latest innovation is this dynamic navigation, which may allow surgeons to place implants with accuracy. I will go through workflow and other things. This is the equipment used for navigation system. Dynamic navigation system track the position of tip of implant drill and map it to a pre-acquired CT scan of the patient's jaw to provide real-time drilling and placement. Various dynamic navigation systems available in market: Navident system, an X-Guide dynamic 3D navigation, image guide implant, Yomi. It consists of mainly 5 components. A notebook computer runs the system software and program integrated planning and navigation function, then a handpiece attachment, and a patient jaw attachment, an optical positioning sensor accuracy, a compact mobile cart. And workflow for this dynamic navigation system is it have 4 phases like scan, plan, and place. We'll see each one detail. Stent is nothing but a thermoplastic retainer which is molded over the dentition, left to harden, then removed and trimmed to provide access to the intended implant site, and is joined to CT marker via a thumb screw. And this, along with this, patient is sent to take the scan. And from scan center, we have to make sure the seating of CT marker and stent is accurate, and then scan is performed, and we have to plan the implant position. I will be using like normal guided surgery. Will be using DICOM and STL file for this thing for planning the implants, and they both are merged and prosthetically driven planning is done. It's almost similar as planning is almost similar as guided surgery only, and placement of implant. The laptop displaying the plan is positioned over the patient, and the customized thermoplastic stand is now attached to an optical marker tag. That is a JOT tag, which replaces the CT marker. We will remove the CT markers and we will be attaching the JOT tag. The second optical marker component is mounted to the handpiece. The motion of handpiece is tracked against patient position. Drill in the sequence is installed in the handpiece and its tip is calibrated. For each drills we have to calibrate. Then only we can ensure the drill is going to our planned site. During drilling, the operator can see axial, panoramic, and cross-sectional views in real time as the case progresses. This is the main advantage. We won't go wrong in this system. Like we'll be aware of now, like what we planned will be exactly executed. This is a picture showing implant drill tip being calibrated prior to osteotomy site preparation by placing in jigsaw. This is after calibration, a real-time crosshair or bullseye target view provides distance in millimeters. They show the how much length we have to go again between the drill tip and the central axis. In this dynamic navigation system, while the surgeon is watching the computer monitor rather than focusing on patient anatomy, the surgical field is open for better treatment visibility. The drill tip calibration and accuracy checks are repeated after each drill is changed. The surgeon conducts in intra-surgical accuracy. In between, the surgeon can check the accuracy of drill by touching the rigid anatomical marks, such as neighboring tooth or something. Okay, I'll play a video explaining the complete procedure workflow of dynamic system. This video is from YouTube only. This explains complete workflow of the implant is planned in the software. The prosthetically driven implant planning. That is a job tag which I explained before. That is attached in the stent, and this is placed in the mouth, and we have to check the stability. That's the handpiece tracker. The jaw tag is attached to three teeth and check the stability. The drill axis is calibrated first. Then drill is calibrated, drill tip. Verifying the drill tip calibration. Okay, you can see the green marking. That is how drill is going inside the bone. You can see everything live. Okay, you won't be going wrong. We have to calibrate the sequential drill also, not only the pilot drill. Each drill which we are using for osteotomy, we have to calibrate that. Then only we can see the live dynamic navigation. Implant is calibrated, implant tip is calibrated so that we can see the direction of implant placement in the screen. I mean in dynamic navigation system. The site is switched and healing cap is placed. This is a plan question, post of radiograph showing implant. Correlation of planned and achieved question both look exact. That is the accuracy. Okay, let me conclude by saying that both guided and freehand or conventional surgery have their place in the modern implant practice. The circumstances of each case and the situation of patient ultimately decide which approach to adopt. The cost benefit analysis of guide surgery should include a careful assessment of bone levels and the keratinized soft tissue, whether the increased level of precision is worth the added expense. As the days come, the CT scan and guided surgery will come down due to competition. There will always be cases well suited for conventional or freehand approach. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, Dr. Asif. I think it was a wonderful session.
Thank you.
Friends, wherever you are, I feel Dr. Asif deserves a huge round of applause. Even though we are connected virtually, I think we can give him an applause and thank him and tell him that it was a wonderful session. I request you to kindly post in your comments in the chat box so that we know how you felt the presentation was. We will be starting with the question and answer session soon. I request you to also put all your questions with regards to this topic and with regards to today's presentation in the question and answer box only. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of team dentistchannel.online, I would like to thank you for being a part of this presentation. We hope the presentation was a fun learning and a wonderful experience. If it was something that you learned, we request you to kindly review us on our Facebook page. We need your reviews, we need your love, we need your support because we wish to continue the good work we are doing along with the expert speakers that we have like Dr. Mohammad Asleef, who are passionate to share their knowledge, skills, and expertise to everyone who's interested and who's willing to learn. So if you think that the expo is a wonderful job that dentistchannel.online is doing along with the lovely speakers that we have, please review us on our Facebook page. We are very active on Facebook and you can stay in touch with us. We would also love to stay in touch with you. Very happy to also inform you that this expo has been internationally accredited. It's been awarded by a Federal Dental Association and the Dental Continuing Education from Rhineland based in Germany. So if you wish to claim or avail your participation certificate, I request you to kindly email us on edu@dentistchannel.online. I repeat, edu@dentistchannel.online. Please take a screenshot or please take a photograph before you forget the email ID. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not just inviting you for one session, two sessions, or five sessions. I am inviting you to be a part of the complete expo, which will be taking place for another 9 good days. We have international and national speakers who will be gracing this event with the wonderful knowledge that they have achieved during their years of implant practice. So please do register for all the sessions, but not just one and not just two and not just a few sessions, but all sessions. I also request you to invite all your friends, your colleagues, and your fellow implantologists to be a part of the biggest virtual implant expo of 2020. Please do register for all sessions on www.dentistchannel.online. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we begin with the question and answer session. The first question is, what is the difference between the digital workflow and the dynamic workflow?
During digital workflow, we'll be planning virtually, like only by using CBCT and STL. CBCT is DICOM file and STL. We'll be planning and we'll make a guide, a static guide, which will be placed on patient's mouth, and we'll be doing drilling and osteotomy and all. We won't know whether it is going exact or not. If our plan is something wrong, or if the software is some error, is showing some error, or if any error come in print also, it will go wrong. And in navigation, you can see live the axial view and coronal and means like all views you can see where the drill is going. So it is a little more safe. That is the main difference.
Thank you, doctor. We move to the next question. So, can you please tell me whether navigation guided implant placement is only for partially edentulous cases, or can we use it for completely edentulous arc?
Yeah, we can do for complete edentulous also. Like we have to add extra protocols for that, like dual scan technique and all. We have to do, like it won't be I won't be able to explain in this platform. It will take more time for that. It is possible.
Definitely, I think we need another 5 sessions with Dr. Asleep to cover the length of the knowledge that he has. We move to the next question. While placing the implant using surgical stents, do we get proper irrigation till full depth of osteotomy site?
Actually, in guided surgery, irrigation is a major problem that I mentioned in disadvantages. To overcome that, after each drill, you have to take saline and irrigate the osteotomy site so that we can overcome that.
Thank you, doctor. We move to the next question. Dr. Asleef, lovely presentation. Just wanted to get an idea of cost and time duration involved in digital workflow full mouth rehab using all on 4 or all on 6 in India. I am based in Bangalore, India.
Like I didn't get the question.
Okay, the question is just wanted to get an idea of the cost and time duration involved in digital workflow for a full mouth rehabilitation using all on 4 or all on 6.
The cost depends on the company which implant you choose. It varies. Like if you are going for Noble, it will be a different thing. Straumann will be different. Dentium will be different. So can't say the exact cost for the full mouth rehab. And time will be like we'll be having almost 7 appointments for one case. Like initially after consultation, we'll be asking patient to take CBCT scan. Then if it is a full mouth thing, we have to fabricate denture pre-op. Like before surgery, we have to fabricate a denture and scan that. The scanning is done to take the digital bite for that patient. And after that, we will send for CBCT. Then we'll merge the scan data and the denture scan. In like with markers, we'll be sending the patient for taking CBCT. It's called like a dual scan technique. Complete procedure I can't explain, but I'll just outline thing. Then we'll merge the this thing STL model and DICOM file. Then we'll prepare a guide. It will take like 1 hour for printing the guide, 1 or 2 hours maximum. It depends on the printer which you use, which you have or your lab have, and that will be sent to us. And we'll call patient in one like 6 implant can be placed in 45 minutes or something. That the main advantage of guided thing is, we can go flapless. And one more thing I have to add is like all guided implant is not flapless. We are using the guide only to position the implant three dimensionally. And after osteo indication, maybe after 3 months or 4 months, we'll be taking digital impression, then sent to lab, and from lab they will print the framework and give in 2 days. And maybe in and another 2 days you will be getting metal train, then final trial.
Thank you, doctor. We move to the next question. Is it a good choice to learn 3D navigation implant placement? And is it economical to place an implant using 3D navigation?
It is not economical because equipment costs a lot. So normal digital implant is economical than dynamic navigation. Cost is too much.
Certainly.
It
Thank
will
you,
come
sir.
down. I think it will come down.
No, thank you, sir. Next question. So, what is the cost of a ballpark for one jaw? Is it 2 lakhs Indian rupees or less?
Sorry.
The cost of a ballpark for one jaw, is it rupees 2 lakhs or less than that?
I said no. It depends. The procedure you do, the software you use, and the effort you take. It can be like can charge up to 3 or 4 something. Depends on the city you work to.
All right, doctor. I think with that, we come to the end. If you have any more questions, participants, please put them in the Q&A box. We have one more question. For fabrication of surgical stent, is iOS needed as a company along with the CBCT, or is it
No,
only?
not necessary. Not necessary. If you have a model of a patient, if lab is having a table scanner, if they scan and give to you, you can merge it from your laptop, from your home, or from your clinic. It's not necessary you should have a iOS 4.
All right. I think, doctor, with that, we come to the end. Once again, it's a request, participants, if you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the Q&A box. Okay, we have a question, sir. Oh, it's a very confusing question. Tell us which brand implant is good.
Everything is good. Everything is titanium. Go for the. You have to see the surface coating and how long the implant company is in market. Many factors you have to take care to say which implant is best.
All right, doctor, I think with that we come to the end of this lovely session. Once again, thank you so much for coming to the world's first virtual implant expo. Thank you for presenting, sir. We really felt your presence and we look forward to you hosting us in Kerala for the lovely food
Sure,
and
sure.
of course to
You
know more.
always welcome.
Thank you so much.
I
So,
once again thank Dentist Channel Online for giving me this opportunity for sharing my knowledge.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And before I forget, a very big thank you to Dr. Kishore Kumar. Dr.
Yeah,
Kishore,
even I thank
thank
you.
you so much for recommending such a lovely speaker. Participants, you can always get in touch with Dr. Mohammed Asleef. He's also been conducting a lot of mentorship programs, courses, etc. And definitely, you would, if you wish to learn more about the digital aspects of implantology, digital planning, digital treatment, digital dentistry, and everything that comes under the implant dentistry domain, please feel free to get in touch with Dr. Mohammed Asleef. He would be more than happy to help you and to train you and to guide you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for participating, and we hope to see you all not just for one session but for all sessions. Goodbye
Bye.
and have a good day.